Slander Podcasting presents Stone Cinema Commentaries.
Welcome to another edition of Stone Cinema Commentary. Your host, Smokey Joe. Today I'm joined with two special guests. Todd the Skidmark Miller. Say hello, Todd.
It's trademark, motherfuckers.
It's Skidmark. The Master Cracky, host of Stark Raving.
What up, motherfuckers?
And of course, last but certainly not least, the godfather of the pod himself, Mr. GMB, host of Lies and Slander.
America.
When you're laying on bed.
Hey man, I got this shirt at a gift shop right next to Graceland.
Right next to Graceland. It's true. It's true. I was there.
I also got a shot glass that's like this wide. It's fucking so tight.
That is a shot glass.
When we can all gather again, let's get super drunk.
Oh, let's definitely do that.
We got a bunch
I still
of
have those
proper
moonshine
whiskey
cherries.
I'm waiting to taste.
I still have those moonshine cherries.
Well-
So we'll just bring them and blend them up in something. Get fucked up.
Take them like suppositories. Nothing fucks you up like a moonshine cherry up the bum.
You know,
That's what you call a mixed berry.
So boys, why are we here? What are we doing?
So today we are deciding which are the best two movies to watch during quarantine. Everyone has brought two to the table, and we will start with Mr. Todd Miller.
So,
I thought we were starting with the guy with the gun.
yeah,
We were starting with the guy with the gun. I forgot.
I put
Todd,
the
you're not
away.
important. You're last now. Cracky, go.
All right. John Wick. I count it the entire series as one big giant movie storytelling event. All the John Wicks start off with 1, 2, and then go into 3. And
Well, no.
hopefully,
I think you should watch it 2, 3, 1,
2, 3, 1. Why?
just to make you upset, Cracky.
No, you gotta have it in order. You gotta have a reason why he goes berserk, man. But yeah,
What,
the
there's
John
not a
Wick
reason for him
series-
to go to Berserk in part 2?
No.
Berserk's not a place. You don't go to Berserk.
Well,
You go to
it is
Berserk.
actually a Russian death metal song. It's actually named Berserker. And if you would like me to sing a couple bars out of that song, I would gladly do that.
better
Yeah, please.
question.
Hold on.
I want to make fuck to you, Berserker.
Would you like for making fuck Berserker?
It's another one. But that's definitely not on the list right now. But
Is
Yeah.
it Mark or is it Mizark?
It's Mizark.
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, John Wick. It's a good story, good action. You totally forget what the fuck you're doing, and it really does fall in place for everything else. It's a good movie. It's a good series.
The best trilogy ever
It's a
made.
pretty good series. It's a solid trilogy for sure.
Best trilogy.
Not the best trilogy ever made. Don't make me go deep into that shit because there's only one trilogy.
And what's that, Cracky?
Star Wars, episode
Really?
4, 5, and 6.
Really?
Yeah, I said it. There's only one trilogy.
You're a fan of brothers and sisters fucking. That's what you're saying.
He's
No,
a fan of
it-
Space
Look,
Wizards.
They definitely made out.
If my options were you could erase all of Star Wars from history or one episode of Star Trek, goodbye Star Wars.
I agree.
To be fair, I totally agree. Star Wars.
We talking Deep Space Nine, or we talking the
No.
next?
You leave Deep Space Nine alone. Cisco is the
Deep Space Nine is fucking awesome. All right, you bite your tongue.
Q steps up in the building and gets immediately bitch slapped off the deck.
You know,
Damn it.
It's okay,
Cisco
Craigie.
is the
Craigie.
man.
Craigie.
Scott
It's okay.
Bakula.
All right.
Scott
Todd just
Bakula
doesn't have the
was-
lobes for it. All right.
Dude,
Scott Bakula.
I have fucking during.
I know. I'll give you this, Todd. Scott Bakula's series had the best intro song of any Star Trek song ever. I will give you that. The first 3 episodes, you fucking hate that song. By episode 6, that shit comes on. You're like, yeah, I
It's
got
just
faith
like that.
too. Let's do
It's
this,
just like-
Bakula.
It's just like every single time Highlander, the TV show, came on.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Don't you dare shit on Highlander. God damn.
No.
Two best
I'm-
intros
I'm-
ever: Highlander, Renegade, or Renegade Highlander. They're one and 1A.
Yeah, Renegade did have a badass intro. Fucking Lorenzo Alamas, or however the fuck you pronounce his goddamn name.
Lorenzo Lama.
Lamas.
Bad motherfucker. Bad motherfucker.
He's still very much alive.
Is he not dead?
He lives in
How is he
Florida and he's a
not dead?
Republican.
I think he has a hot daughter now too.
Yeah, I think he does have a hot daughter. You know who has the hottest daughter?
God, look at that.
Wayne Gretzky.
What?
Wayne
Have you
Gretzky.
seen his daughter?
That dude is a mutant.
Well, dude, he's got a daughter that shits froyo yogurt.
Oh, I'm fucking Googling this shit right now.
Bro, she is.
Holy shit.
And
But which
Jer-
one?
Huh?
Wow.
Which daughter?
Wayne Gretzky's.
Dude,
It's 3.
dude. Yeah. Yep.
Guess what?
Uh-huh.
Which one? He has
goat-
3.
Paulina.
Oh, the hottest
Thank
one.
you.
It's easy. That's easy. The hottest one. You know what the hottest one looks like. Yeah, there's like no doubt about it between the 3 of them. It's
Yeah.
the hottest fucking one.
All right. Yeah, Todd's right. This is the only time I'll admit Todd's right.
Sure.
Hottest celebrity. Hottest
On
celebrity.
video, this is the only time I'll admit Tom's right.
I've got a picture of you holding a fucking stick of cauliflower in your hand, Craggy, with a shot of whiskey in the other.
Well,
That's health.
things.
So, Todd, movie to
Uh,
watch during the quarantine,
I'd say Gone with the Wind.
and why?
I mean, wait, hear me out on this, right?
Get the fuck off my front porch.
Like put it on, and actually give it a chance. You know what I mean? Like, don't go into it like, oh, this is like part of the 500 movies you need to see before you die. Like, actually go into it with an open mind, watch it as an original movie, and see the actual story play out. You know, it's like one of the first great epics ever made. I think we should all give epics the time of day that it deserves. Whether it's an ensemble cast, or whether it's a war movie, or whether it's just a straight up drama like Gone with the Wind is. Gone with the Wind is actually technically, it goes in between being a drama, a romance drama, and a war movie. So it's a little bit of
Like
both.
Pearl Harbor.
Isn't it like it's like a Civil War movie, right?
Yeah.
On top of
Yeah.
everything else.
And Reconstruction.
Yeah.
Dude. It's like there's a
I-
lot of love. There's a lot of love, and there's a lot of craftsmanship that goes into especially old school movies like that. And I think that
So that
if you want good quality shit, which
it's not a
doesn't
Jane
happen-
Austen bullshit though.
It happens sometimes these days, but it doesn't happen as often as it did back then. There's a lot more love and care that went to the script. There's a lot more love and care that went into the cinematography.
Did you cry when you watched this?
Book, too.
You know what, dude? Honestly, like, here's the thing. The only reason why I didn't get all emotional over it is because I already knew the ending because of how fucking popular and culture it is, and the famous lines and all that shit. But other than that, dude, the acting's pretty fucking good. The story's pretty fucking good. And I think if anybody doesn't even know about the movie, they should definitely check it out and watch it because it deserves to be viewed.
It's good to the point of where I also gave that Scarlet name to my daughter.
So there you go. See that shit?
Yeah.
That fucking movie came out in the
It's a
40s.
really good fucking movie.
I like that he says it
It
like
is
it was
pretty
his
good.
choice.
Yeah, well, you also have Clark
You
Gable.
didn't come up with that shit.
No, I did not. I picked two different other things, but yeah. It's also got Clark Gable in there, and Clark Gable fucking rocks it.
So, little known fact about Clark Gable. Clark Gable actually paid women after he banged them, so for them to sit on his ears to try to flatten his ears.
What the fuck?
Like,
He didn't have big ears. He's a weird dude.
He had really big fucking car door ears. He would have chicks sit on his head to
naked?
try to flatten his ears. But most, hell yes.
Hopefully.
Get your pussy off my ear.
Your open, juicy asshole.
Can you plug that in
Like
and toss
after
that to
he,
me?
you said after sex. So
They get real weird with it back in the day, man. And you know what? Here's the thing. Back in the day, that shit wasn't highly publicized, so they all thought they were the first ones doing it.
right.
Like a bunch of savages.
Just a whole bunch of fucking savages in the 40s. So anyway, yeah, that's my first pick.
All right.
Are we going?
What
Are we
about
going
you,
to take
GMB?
Okay.
Something light, something happy, something more recent. This is the End. Starring everybody.
This is the end.
Starring everybody. This movie's fucking... You're going to feel trapped in your house, right? Well, why not feel trapped with all those dudes?
Yeah, but with fucking James Franco.
I'd be okay with it. I'll come all over this place. Dude,
I'd rather be trapped in a house with Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and Danny McBride, and that's it. Everybody else can dip.
although two of those were like the two of the worst people in that movie. One
Absolutely.
Of them turned into
Yeah, but I feel like in real life.
I want Channing Tatum. He gives up the butthole.
I feel like, dude, he fucking threw his asshole so high up in the fucking air when he got out of that goddamn RV. He threw his open ass so high up in the air to take just to accept dick. And then he like grabs fucking homeboy's leg and he's like, I love him.
Hey, Craggy, do me a favor and duck your head down. That's so rad.
Yeah, I found that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's my favorite comic.
Yeah, This is the End, man. I recently watched it actually as soon as quarantine started, and it's still fucking funny, man. There's so much good shit that I forgot that's in there. Like just that when the world starts to like the hole opens up in the very beginning and people are falling in, you're just seeing celebrities like fall in. Dude, it's so fucking funny. When
When Michael Cera gets bitch
Michael
slapped.
Cera, dude, when Michael Cera's like, somebody stole my fucking phone, man. That's not.
God damn it!
And then he gets fucking impaled. And he's like, oh, it was in my pocket. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Like he's like, oh fuck, man, I'm so fucking embarrassed.
He's like fucking impaled. He's like, oh.
When he slaps Rihanna on the ass and she just turns around and just bitch slaps him.
I can't believe nobody's mentioned him fucking getting blow fucking sniffed out of his asshole while he's drinking a fucking Capri Sun.
And he was getting blown too.
Yeah, yeah. And he blows a bunch of blow into fucking
into fucking
his face.
McLovin.
McLovin's.
And
McLovin!
he's like, what's up, baby? You never
I've never done cocaine before. I've never done cocaine before. Calm down, pussy.
He's like, I will guide you through. I will be your guide. I will be your guide. I will guide you through this.
And then just ditches him immediately, like an adult.
He was already in the hole. It was too late.
All right, what about you, Joe?
So my first movie to watch during the quarantine is one of my personal favorites, Terminator 2.
Shit, yeah.
And because if you haven't seen Terminator 2, before you watch it, definitely watch the first one because it makes watching the second one much better. But the important part of the equation is Terminator 2. You need to watch the first one so that you understand what's going on. But the real prize here is part 2. that's the whole reason that you watch. There's not really any reason to watch anything past that, in my opinion.
By the way, do you guys think that Michael Behan is a really underrated actor?
Yeah, I do actually. Like everything that I've ever seen him pop up in, I'm like, this guy's fucking killing it right now.
Bro, I mean, that's like, dude,
Michael Bain?
Terminator and Aliens.
Those are two movies.
No, I'm saying he did both them shits, and he was like pretty much a main actor in both of those movies.
Brother, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton
and Predator.
Bro, he got killed.
He was in Terminator 1. He was in Aliens and Predator 2.
Yep,
Bill Paxton.
He got killed by an alien, a predator, and a Terminator.
And he's got a little dick, and it's pathetic.
As soon as I turn around, you're gonna shoot me.
He did, however, drive into a tornado like a fucking man.
He did. R.I.P. Bill Paxton.
GB, dude, say
they're demons, son.
Listen, so Joe, Cracky, listen to this. You guys remember True Lies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember that really fucking out of nowhere line that Bill Paxton says when he's test driving the car with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Mm-hmm. He's talking about he goes,
she could be so hot if she wanted to be. Oh, pair of titties make you stand up and beg for buttermilk. Ass like a 10-year-old boy.
That's the worst line ever.
I love that fucking movie, man.
And what it called? I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this man rapes children. He rapes children. And I was in the 4th grade when I saw that movie. And when I saw him
I'm 10. Oh.
What did he say? Bill Paxton, no. No, Billy, no.
It's not just about the car, is it? It's pussy, right?
Wait. I'm like in the 4th grade when I see him say that. And even me in the 4th grade, I don't know butt fuck about anything. When he says that, I think to myself, why was that allowed to be said? Why is that being said? Why did he say that?
They're different times, Todd.
Bro,
different times.
You know what? I want to know if that was actually in the script.
Fuck no, it wasn't. I guarantee it wasn't. I guarantee
not.
They did not want to talk about fucking 10-year-olds.
That didn't make it through the editing process in script form. Guarantee it.
I think he just dropped it on the last second, and nobody.
James Cameron was just like, yeah.
Yeah, yes, keep it. God damn it, Bill.
Bill Paxton's one of the fucking greatest, man. He really was.
When Arnold goes, but what about their husbands? And he's all, dickless.
Dickless.
So Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. I think it's in my opinion at least one of the most important movies in sci-fi. Period. Also one of the most important movies in special effects tricks that are now very commonly used. Most of them were invented in this movie.
Illusions.
Oh yeah.
A trick is something you do with horror.
Tricks are
illusions. But also, my opinion, Arnie's best role ever. Probably best performance in my opinion. The dynamic between him and John throughout the entire movie is, especially if you watch the extended cut, is absolutely fantastic. As soon as they flip the switch and he starts to learn things, you actually see the transformation happen through his actions, but also by the way he analyzes and changes the way he does things, from shooting cops in the kneecaps, to just kind of
I know now why you cried.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just go around killing people. Why?
Why? Because you can't. Why?
Well, Joe, if you're saying that that's your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger performance of all time, then obviously, sir, you've never seen the real best Arnold Schwarzenegger performance of all time.
Hercules in New York.
Jingle all the way, brother.
all
Fuck.
the way. Go fuck yourself, Todd Miller.
Best Christmas movie ever.
It's good as fuck, and he's
It's
got
a good movie.
He does
Not
have
the best
a lot
Arnie
of
performance.
really good supporting actors in that movie. Besides, he's working with the king.
Sinbad.
No, what? What? Phil Hartman, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought you were talking about little Anakin Skywalker.
No. They should have fucking immediately thrown that kid in a dumpster. God damn.
Yeah.
Didn't he hang himself?
I think he's still alive.
He
Well,
survived
so.
the hanging?
I think he tried to hang himself, but you know what? Fuck
Wait,
him.
are we talking about the kid Anakin or the
kid.
one
The kid.
the kid
No,
Anakin?
Yeah, Kid Anakin.
Didn't he get like a face tattoo and hang himself?
I know he got a face tattoo. I didn't know if he hung himself or not. I assume he's still alive and regretting everything he's ever done.
That kid had a moldy cantaloupe for a head.
Dude,
Dude, he's dead as fuck, and you were just shitting on this little bastard.
Is he really?
A moldy
I
cantaloupe
don't
as a head.
But like seriously, that was actually a good movie. I did fucking love fucking Jingle All the Way.
Simon,
It's a good choice, Joe.
I mean,
Put that
it's,
cookie down.
It's definitely one of my favorite movies.
I will say this: T2 is the perfect sequel to any movie ever. Like, there's no sequel that has ever stood that tall. Any other sequel?
Yeah,
Lethal Weapon
it's
2.
probably the best. Ooh, Lethal Weapon's good.
The Weapon
but,
2 is good.
But Lethal Weapon 1 is the best.
It is. It's the truth.
is.
It totally is.
It is.
But
Terminator 2 is better than Terminator 1.
Absolutely.
T2
Like in every way.
outdid
Oh, you know
The
what, though?
T-1000, so fucking terrifying
Both-
the first time you see
Both
that.
the sequels to Alien and Predator are better than the originals.
Yes. No.
No, you already agreed. Shut up. Danny Glover fistfights a predator. It's amazing.
It's my favorite
loses.
action movie of all time.
he gets gifted by a predator.
Listen, that's my favorite action movie of all time.
Predator
Predator
2. Yeah, it's good as
Fucking
fuck.
great.
That fucking movie from beginning to end. Dude, they made LA look like it was about to end.
Dude, when he was skinning
It's
Haitians.
true. They're fucking shooting
When's the
grenade
last time you
launchers.
went to California?
Fucking
Like,
dude is
that-
just
that
like
movie- that
drowning
movie-
in cocaine.
that
Cracky,
movie
you're in
was
that
so-
movie.
Fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
am.
Dude, the Predator was everybody in it. Danny Glover took more of an ass whooping in that movie than any other buddy did from any other Predator fucking ever.
He
went
just kept his hands up and kept
He went
going.
toe to toe. He went toe to toe.
I mean, it kind of looked like he was getting bitch slapped all around and then happened to
no,
use the
man.
Predator's own
He
weapon
was-
To
against
be
him.
fair, Predator is 9 feet tall and can go invisible.
And
Yeah.
Danny Glover worked the body consistently and broke him down.
broke him down in the later rounds. Yes, that's right. Dude, Danny Glover was fucking chasing this motherfucker across the city and trying to fight this motherfucker with his own technology.
What did Arnold do? He hid in the fucking mud.
That's right, he did. That's right, he did. You damn right he did. And also,
He dropped
Gary
a log
Busey-
on the Predator.
Gary Busey was in it, kinda.
Kind of.
His
Wait,
body
For a
was
little
there.
bit.
His body was there.
Oh,
Dude, Busey in Lethal Weapon is fucking great too. Mr. Joshua.
Mr. Joshua. Bro,
Busey
you know
in most of the
best
things
line
he does
is?
is
That fucking scene where he's like, it's like, give me your arm. And he just fucking lights the lighter under it and he's just standing there.
Oh man, you guys are freaks, man. You guys are freaks.
That part kills me every time.
Dude, you just reminded me. I watched Big Bully with Tom Arnold and
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. And fucking the Rorschach walks up and goes, "Hey, it's been a long time." And he's talking to Rick Moranis, and like they just had this fire drill at the school. He goes, "Yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she hasn't been the same since I dropped her." What? Yeah, man, I picked her up off a building. I dropped her off the fucking ladder. She's been mad at me since. Fucking killer line. And then it turns around and there's a bunch of kids standing around, and fucking Rorschach turns to these kids and he goes, "Hey, kids." And they all look at him and he goes, "You guys want to see me set my arm on fire?" And he fucking sets himself on fire. it zooms out, and Rick Moranis is just like staring at this dream girl off the fucking corner, and then it zooms back in, and like you see him walking through the fucking background with a flaming arm. It's the best scene in that fucking movie, and it made me cry and choke and laugh, and it hurts so bad. It was such a painful laugh.
I love the part where Rick Moranis, when he was a kid, his fucking principal was old as fuck, like in his 80s. And then Rick Moranis moves back to the town 30 years later, and he comes in, the motherfucker is still there.
He's still alive.
He's
still alive. He's like,
and he looks at Rick Moranis like he's got the fucking problem.
It's like the principal from Back to the Future. Did that guy ever have hair?
Discipline. They're lacking discipline.
Slackers.
I
like the sound of that.
And then they do that flashback in Back to the Future 2 or 3. I think it's 3.
Am I the only one that sees when Craigie moves his hand up? He
I think it's 3.
He reveals part of like what's behind him. Like you just see like dirty underwear and like blankets, and then it disappears.
What the fuck was that?
My bad. Here. Let me kill him. There you go. That good enough?
Nah, man, go back to the background.
There you go.
That's so tight.
The background was so
There we go.
funny.
The good one.
All right, Craigie, what's your second choice?
Second choice, for at least this moment in time, is
Well, for the quarantine.
well, yeah, Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Seriously, Dirty Dancing.
Swayze.
Like, it's a Swayze movie, and it's got this crazy, really awesome story going on. Plus, it reminds me of all the times I've been like trapped in a welding classroom with a psychopath that didn't want to teach us, and it like took like 90 days off a year.
Did he
I was
also
in that
try
class.
stopping? Did he already try stopping people from dancing in your town?
You know what? Hold on.
Did he try stopping people from dancing in your town?
No, never.
No, that's Lithgow.
That's Lithgow.
Amazing actor.
Footloose is a better movie.
Favorite Lithgow movie?
Good.
It's gonna be hands down Ricochet.
Footloose.
What?
Footloose.
Yeah, Footloose. 1,000,000%. Ricochet is probably a number 2, and Harry and the Hendersons is 3.
Ooh. Now, I'd have to put Harry and the Hendersons up
I've
there.
never actually seen that movie.
What?
It's got Sasquatch. What are you doing?
Sasquatch.
It's the best Sasquatch movie.
You don't watch movies related to Bigfoot?
Actually, I don't
believe
think
in
I've ever
Bigfoot?
seen a Sasquatch movie.
I want more than anything to find Sasquatch and make him my friend.
Like I've always wanted there to be like a serious Sasquatch movie. You know, like a big budget, like actual like badass Sasquatch movie.
There is.
What?
The man who killed Hitler and Bigfoot.
I just watched that. It's not a lot of Bigfoot, and it's a weird Bigfoot.
It's a weird Bigfoot, but it's good as fuck. I like it. I really did enjoy that shit. That shit was good as fuck. And the fact that it's fucking a Wyatt brother murdering all these fucking people.
What movie did you pick? I forgot.
I forgot too.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty
Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah, man. I like that movie. I like Swayze a lot, so that really.
I think I've only seen it like maybe once or twice.
I hated it when I was a kid.
I don't think I've seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah, I hated it when I was a kid. It's my mom's favorite movie. Then I watched it as an adult because I was like, I'm going back and watching Swayze stuff. And
Swayze,
yeah, man,
Swayze brings it in there.
It's decent, man. There's like, there's some parts where he's dancing and he's so serious, and he's just moving his crotch and just staring, and it's fucking, it's so funny. And I think the big nose girl's hot. Ferris Bueller's sister.
Yeah.
Jennifer Grey.
She was hotter before she chopped her nose off.
Yeah, this is true. Sometimes it's a benefit to have a big nose. She proves that.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Fucking shit, fuck it.
I just think plastic surgery makes, is just the wrong choice in any scenario unless you like need it. Like if half your face got burned off and you don't want to look like Freddy Krueger on the right side, I get it. But if there's like nothing, if there's nothing wrong with you, it's like, bitch, fucking leave your face alone.
Paco almost got his face burned off.
Yeah, because he's not an adult.
Only the adults in the family are immune to fire.
It's the thing. We grow into it, man. But like, seriously, if you don't know how to play with fire, don't play with fire.
Todd?
Well, not everyone can dive into an open fire pit and be okay, Cracky.
Yeah. It's a learned ability, sir. And, to be fair, it took me a couple years to learn how to do it right.
Says the
Not
guy
everyone can puke black and come back.
Cracky has fallen into a fire pit at my house during a party.
At
I
least
think twice.
At least twice. That we remember. Yeah, I did set a pond on fire.
I remember that. It was my 21st birthday.
Yeah, that was a fucking epic birthday.
It was.
And then
tried to bang a lesbian. It didn't work out. She bailed.
Yeah.
Geez, shocker.
I got attacked by fucking I almost said penguin. Peacock. I got attacked by a peacock that night.
It was a dragon.
No, it was a peacock. I think I'm more scared of peacocks than dragons.
Todd, what's your second choice?
Second choice would be City of God.
The Portuguese movie?
The Portuguese movie, yeah.
Ooh.
It's also the best drug movie I've ever seen.
Better than Fear and Loathing?
Interesting.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is like, I guess if you had to subcategorize it, like a drug dealing movie. I mean, there's a lot of people on drugs in it, but it's like pretty big on drug dealing in the slums of Rio de Janeiro. And it's
why is this a good quarantine movie?
It's a good quarantine movie because you're fucking getting cultured, right? You're getting cultured in the Portuguese language and another country and the way they live.
I'll tell you one thing, it's going to make you not want to go to fucking Brazil.
I'll tell you that.
I'm not going unless I have somebody who knows Brazil, because there's a bunch of little motherfuckers running around with guns. 7 years old, just shooting a 6-shooter at people's knees, robbing them for their fucking bracelets and shit.
It's still that way. It's still that way in Rio de Janeiro. It's still that way in Brazil.
Did you see the Olympics?
Yeah, dude. Seriously, that shit was fucking whack as fuck, man. God damn, dude. Brazil's crazy as shit as it is. That's basically a biography.
I used to think that Scarface was the best drug dealing movie of all time. But when I saw City of God, I think it was like 2005, 2006. It's subtitled. You got to read it, whatever, whatnot. That's if some people don't like that shit, but
I watch anime. I can watch anything.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a true cinephile, then like you're gonna watch that and appreciate for like the realism, and also it's a really original story that it hasn't been duplicated, and it's pretty original on its own, and
I'll check it out. I've never seen it.
Fuck, man.
Super worth the watch. I recommend it to anybody.
I own it if you want to borrow it.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit you up on that. That sounds awesome.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that shit because I don't remember it being that good.
So you saw it already?
I've seen it. I just don't remember it being that good. I think it kind of got blended in because after I watched that, I probably ended up watching Romeo and Juliet.
Also, bonus. Hell Comes to Frogtown.
The fuck is that?
Rowdy Piper.
Did you just make some shit up?
You tell them. No, that's a real thing, brother.
Hell Comes to Frogtown?
Tell him, Brent.
It's Rowdy Piper. He comes to Frogtown. He's hell.
He's hell.
He is hell.
I'm missing so much shit in this. I need to know what's going on about that. I'll have to Google that shit later.
Google it. Watch it. Live it.
Love it.
All right.
Learn it.
Well, GMB, what's your second choice?
Well, mine is a movie that if you're a dude, you should watch. It should be on your movies to watch list all the time. The Great Escape.
The Great Escape.
Oh!
Great Escape. It is
Yeah.
about a bunch of POWs in World War II. It's star-studded. It's got one of the younger Charles Bronsons that you'll see. He's only
And
54 there.
He's only 54.
Steve McQueen being the coolest
you
guy that's ever
can't-
been in cinema.
Okay, no.
The dream
Shut the fuck
queen.
up. A 54-year-old Charles Bronson is still a bad, dangerous motherfucker. God damn. Dude, everyone underestimates that motherfucker. God damn it. He was a bad dude.
So The Great Escape came out in 1963. And
Motherfucker.
I'll whoop Charles Bronson.
Fuck you,
ass.
Todd.
Yeah, I'll fucking whoop his fucking ass. He's a fucking old ass man with a fucking Magnum. You take the Magnum away from him, he's a fucking old man with a fucking wrinkled bulldog's asshole for a face.
so Great Escape was 10 years before Death Wish.
Charles Bronson had muscles for like 3 years of his life.
He was a fucking bodybuilder before he got into acting. I mean,
Charles
it's
Bronson?
weird 50s bodybuilder where everybody looked like Superman from the Serial series.
Barrel chests.
Yeah, no definition, just fucking big dudes.
Just a fucking 44-inch chest. Fucking
Just
no, yeah, there it is. No abs. Just like just a brawny Bob Strong motherfucker.
Everybody looked like Bob Backlund.
Yeah, everybody was built like Bob.
So now this The Great Escape, is that the one where they're like they're like playing a game or something to escape?
No,
Am I thinking of the right movie?
no.
No, you're thinking
Titanic.
the series.
The Great Escape is these POWs, and Steve McQueen he's a rebel, and he keeps trying to escape. They keep catching him, putting him in the hole, shit like that, and the whole time like the crew is all trying to come up with a good escape to get everybody out. It's relatively lighthearted for a World War II POW movie. But Steve McQueen really brings the thunder. And there's some cool motorcycle riding. And there's so many like old school famous people in it. It's really, really good.
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen that actually.
It is
If I've seen it, I don't remember it.
Charles
it's a
Bronson,
man's movie.
David
It is a
McCollum,
man
Cole
movie.
Jackson, Angus Lenny.
Are you just reading people that are in the movie?
Dude, Judd Taylor was in that fucking movie
Yeah,
too.
Chug Ting.
God
Oh,
damn.
So then what movie was I thinking of? Like I'm pretty sure I was like watching this old movie where they had to play like soccer against Nazis or something.
Oh,
Like-
you're thinking of
The Big Green.
the
The Big
TV
Green.
show.
Big Green.
No, Hogan's Heroes.
I feel like none of these are the right movie.
Wasn't there
I
a
don't
movie?
know.
Wasn't there?
I
that
just
movie
remember this. I just remember
Victory?
this one scene. I just remember
Yeah.
this one scene
Yeah,
where they had to like break the guy's arm, or they had to like break the guy's leg or something. So they're like, he's like, it'll be a clean break, and they put his leg between like two pieces of like a table, and the guy just fucking kicks it and breaks it. I can't remember why they had to do it, but dude, it was fucking crazy.
That sounds like a badass movie.
I ain't never seen that shit.
Dude, I don't remember what it was called. I'm gonna have to look it up later.
Hogan's Heroes.
But I remember is that like they had to play soccer against like the Nazis or something. Like that was like the premise of the movie.
I still
And
think
they
it's
were gonna
The Big Green.
I don't know.
Shit, what was that? I just
You know who else is in that movie? Steve Gutenberg.
what?
Goots.
Which movie?
Big Green.
Dude, The
Great
Goot.
Escape.
The Goot is solid. I watched the first two Police Academies the other day. The Goot. It's called Victory. The movie you're talking about, I'm pretty sure, with Stallone.
Stallone fight Nazis?
Sylvester Stallone fought Nazis?
I mean, he every day of his fucking life, brother.
Hold on, I need to look that up.
Joe.
Look at that shit. Sylvester Stallone fighting Nazis with his soccer.
With his sucker.
I think Michael Caine is in that movie too.
How do y'all feel about the NFL having a playoff game this year?
Shut the fuck up, Todd. This is
Bro, that's the movie, yeah. Like, there's a scene in this movie where he's got to break, like, one of these guys has got to like get their arm broken for some fucking reason. I can't remember. But yeah, they just put his arm there or his leg, and the guy just fucking stomps on it. I'm gonna check this movie out. We're gonna do a Stone Cinema commentary about this movie after we watch it.
The Great Escape.
Both.
You should watch The
Victory
Great Escape.
and The Great
When you
Escape.
hang up with me, you go watch The Great Escape.
What can I watch it on?
That's none of your fucking business.
Is
I think it's on Netflix.
it on Netflix? All right, I'll check
Netflix
it
or
out.
Hulu,
I'll
I'm
find
pretty
it.
sure.
Nothing good
I'll
is on
find it.
Netflix anymore. The Tiger King is on Netflix though.
Escape.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you guys all watch The Tiger King? I mean, if we're
Yep.
Yeah.
I have not.
it's pretty fucking.
Damn it, Frankie.
It kind of
Frankie, you
mirrors
need to
Dumb
watch
Money,
that.
Frankie. In
Dude,
little ways.
Cracky is definitely one of those dudes that could get lured onto that dude's the Tiger King.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cracky would have been that guy missing half his arm and been like, yeah, nah, I stuck my hand too close.
No, man, he would have been.
He would have been one of the
He'd
husbands.
had two fucking guns, exactly, two guns just fired into the lake, and he'd be like, "Well, I didn't really like dick before I came down here, but I'll tell you what, these guns are good."
Well, ammo's expensive and hard to come by nowadays. I can't judge myself.
Craig,
Bro,
you watch Tiger King. It's good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
It's so bad, dude. Every time I had to keep checking myself. Like this all isn't happening in Florida.
It's here.
Oklahoma.
It's Oklahoma.
Yeah. Like, right there.
I don't know
Fucking
who I
hippies.
was more impressed with, the guy with the harem of women, or the guy who him and his wife go bang whores in Vegas together. Both
Definitely
were
the guy
running.
with the hair removal.
They were both running some really good cons.
I mean, all of them were. Like,
Dude,
that
the
one guy.
power
That
of-
one guy had his animals in fucking movies, like big movies. Like, that guy was crazy.
Operation
the guy with the
Dumbo
hair.
Drop.
And he's like, I have an incinerator. I incinerate everything I don't like. It's like, that's not a suspicious thing to have at all.
No, at all. I'm gonna tell you this right now. At the end of the day, that bitch fed her husband to a fucking lion, bro. Or a fucking,
Yeah, she fucking did.
that
She
motherfucker.
fucking. Those tigers ate that woman's husband.
motherfucker is dead, and she fucking killed him.
How would you even feed somebody? You'd have to cover them in sardine oil or something.
Yeah, she just starts like listing off ways.
This bitch knew exactly what she was doing.
He said, well, somebody fucking sprayed perfume or cologne all over my goddamn shoes. Bro, the part that kills me the most is when that fucking documentarian guy goes, he thinks he's just some mythical creature just came out of bumfuck Oklahoma. Killed me.
Where'd Cracky go? He got
He
tired.
left.
He got tired of hearing fucking Tiger King. So I said I didn't watch it, assholes.
He fucking got up and he went to go start it up right now. He's like, this is just too goddamn good to miss. I'm leaving the
Were you
conversation.
telling me people suck dick for Tiger? Joe, number 4
Maybe two.
Number 4.
or what?
I guess it would be-
Number 2.
Number 2. Number 2 is also another movie that I think you should watch during quarantine if you want to be scared, especially if you haven't seen it. 28 Days Later.
Oh boo!
What?
Motherfucker,
That movie's great.
You say 28 days later for everything.
No, I don't.
Favorite movie to watch in November, 28 Days Later. Favorite movie
That
to
wasn't my
watch.
favorite.
Favorite movie to watch while drinking a Budweiser, 28 Days Later. I'm
I
disappointed.
just think it's a good movie.
I'm just joshing you. Go on. Why should we watch it?
Well, I think it's I think it's kind of ironically fitting, but it's also a really, really good movie. It's it kind of reinvented the entire genre, you know, and kind of like revitalized like the zombie franchise.
Yeah, but is it a zombie movie or is it a virus movie?
It's both. Because technically they're not zombies. So if you want to be technical, you can't really call it a zombie movie because they're not dead. It is a virus. But it makes them act zombie-like, if you will.
Yeah, I think the way that it was shot and the realism of it.
It's fantastic. Like as far as just the quality of the movie, regardless of the subject matter, but just the little things that they do in that movie to set an atmosphere, which very, very few movies take that time to do that now.
This is with the same director that made Slumdog Millionaire. You know, and he made or a hell of a horror movie.
Exactly. You know, I like there's one scene in the movie in particular where he takes literally the most crowded parts of London. The parts where there's literally never not people on those streets, and they are completely empty, except for this one guy just walking down the streets. And it's like that feeling of complete isolation when, you know, yesterday you were on a bike, now you're completely alone and there's no one, nowhere for fucking hours. Like that's terrifying. That's a terrifying concept. And I think it was done beautifully.
I wish that there was a way for me to block Cracky's scream.
Listen to you talk and watch Cracky Chug was the best thing ever.
Well, thank you again for joining us for another edition of Stone Cinema Commentary. Thank you for my guests that have joined us today. Mr. Todd Miller.
Hi.
Fuck you, Todd.
You're a real piece of shit.
The Master Cracky, host of Stark Raving.
I chugged like 4 beers during this, but I agree with Joe. Fuck Todd.
That's a free. That is an HEB Frio Light fucking beer commercial right there.
Goddamn right it is.
And of course, the godfather of the pod himself, Mr. G&B.
Follow us here on the YouTube channel. Subscribe, share, all that shit. Then you can listen to our audio versions of our podcast on Spotify. There we go.
Spotify.
All right,
We're on Spotify now. That's awesome.
We're on fucking Spotify's?
We're on Spotify.
Follow us on Apple Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud. All at Lies and Slander Podcasting. All of our pods will be there. Be there or be, I don't know, not there.
Firm rates.
Watch Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk.
Excellent.
That's such a fucking graphic movie. Stop.
That's
Stop.
really good, though.
Watch it on quarantine now.